So when water enters um, that cool hatch, I think it goes down there, and then it collects in the. Oh my! Hello everyone, this is the Silver Liner, and in today's episode we have the RMS Roan in Stormworks. But yeah, this is an 1860s ocean liner that sank due to being hit directly by a hurricane. And since it sank via a hurricane, and since there is really no sink, the way you sink it is these doors are not sealed, so you just gotta let it flood. But I think we're gonna hit it with a giant storm to try to sink it today. But first, we will do a little tour. There are 2 working lifeboats. But yeah. Now, if you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video. But yeah. Now, if let's get started with the tour. So I think this is how we. No, this is how you get this. These are the engine. That's like a viewing space for the engine. I think it's that. There's just a stairwell. But yeah, if we go back here, there is a little room right here with whatever this is. It's that. Interesting. Always pretty cool. But yeah. Here is how you steer the vessel. You have to go to the very stern of the vessel and turn it using this pilot house. Now, I didn't know that that is how you steer the RMS Roan. But yeah. So I guess this is just a viewing bridge. This viewing bridge reminds me a lot of the Hungarian, which that was a very interesting documentary that I watched a few months back. But yeah. Now we have this little locker with some thermal clothing, so maybe this is supposed to be like life jackets or something. But since we don't have that in Stormworks, that's where that is. But yeah, let's just go to the steerage class first. And when you are sinking it, I do recommend just opening every door because it makes the sinking so much faster. Yeah, so we have all these bunks. As you can see, I would say it's decently, comfortable for third class of the era. I mean, it's not like grand, but it's pretty good. Here is the purser's office. Hold on. I could have sworn that I saw, no, that's just whatever. It's just that lagging. I thought I saw water flowing in. That could have been very bad if that was water. But no. We have the store locker. I'm trying to find the boiler room access because you want to open that. Also open this hatch just so some water can get into because this the storage area. And I didn't know that there was a livestock storage. But yeah, these are little pens for livestock. And here's the boiler room. Pretty cool. And if we go here, just leave these doors open. At least leave one of them open at the very least, but I'm gonna open all of them just because it's better if we do that so that it sinks properly. Also, the boilers do explode. I did have to test it just to see, how fast it would sink and if it would be a viable option for the video. Because, sometimes I gotta know in advance if the ship's gonna take an hour to sink. And here's the engine room, and then here is the crew compartments for, like, just crew sleeping. Does it say firemen? So, the guys who put the coal in the boilers. And then we have an aft animal pen. But yeah. Well, I guess since we're right there, we should be able to get to the first class accommodation, which is at the stern. So if we just gotta climb up that and then go here. Also, there's just more. This is probably just like engineers, I want to say. Here's the pantry, so some storage. Then we got some more tables for eating, and we have some more bunks. And here is the first class. What is this? I guess it's just storage, maybe? Maybe it's an ice box. I don't know. Here's what a cabin looks like for first class. So pretty cool. I would say it's, you know, it's pretty good for the era. You know, it's not Titanic, but, you know, that's a few decades to come, so. And also, by this point, it'd been only a couple decades since, you know, thinking of, you know, passenger accommodation as, like, a really thing, because I feel like we just hit something, but, yeah, like, before, like, I want to say, like, they only started really kind of considering passenger accommodation, because, you know, before this, it would just be kind of, they'd put you in a cabin, and you had to wait 6 months to get anywhere. But here is the dining area. Here's the rudder. Pretty cool. You know, it's pretty small for a first class, but this is a relatively small vessel. Here's the reading room. Really quite cool. You got some books, you got a nice chair, got some curtains, and you got a wash closet. And then we have a boudoir. So that's pretty cool and all that. And we have some more cabins. But yeah, that's most of the vessel. If I missed anything, you know, I'm sure you guys can check that out. I will link I'll try to link the download in the description. Sometimes it doesn't want to do that. But yeah. So I guess I'll see you guys in a second, and I will put this vessel through a storm. Alright, so we are back in a storm, and we do have a little bit of a list to port. But yeah. We should probably check. Also, there are navigation lights right here. On this little observation area. And also, I just kind of realized why it was bent like that. But yeah, I believe that this part of the vessel is bent so that it allows rainwater to not collect on there. So that's cool. Also, there's a chart room. Now, I don't believe there is Marconi wireless or flares, because, well, in the 1860s, there wasn't really much for distress signals. It was really just kind of hope someone was passing by close enough to see your vessel sinking. But yeah, I should really check if it is sinking. I know I'm just gonna, oh, okay. Just open that up. It's really not gonna do much to them. There's a cooling room. As soon as water gets down there, it is going to just, that entire boiler room is gone. I kind of want to see that from the outside perspective. Also, I did spawn a tornado, so that's somewhere, I believe. So I haven't seen it, so maybe it will show up, maybe it won't. You know, I could hit this vessel with a tsunami, but I don't think it even needs a tsunami to sink. Because, I mean, it's already flooding pretty badly, and, it's just, hold on, I know I can open this. There we go. There. Okay, so I want to say there's water accessing the boat, but it's a gradual amount. I might have to, wait, is this? Oh, there's a cool hatch right there. I'm also assuming that that is not sealed. But, yeah. Is there any water in the boiler room? It's really something I gotta worry about. Because if there is, I don't know how much is needed for the boilers to be complete, like, I don't know how much water has to be in the boiler room for it to explode, but I'm assuming it's not a lot. I'm just gonna close these just so that I don't need to close that one because it's pretty raised off the ground. Yeah. Um, but yeah, it seems that right now the vessel is doing decently, decently fine. It's not I mean, it would definitely not be comfortable seeing. I think it's sinking from the stern. There's a lot of water back here. Oh, there's a little lounge right here. I'll just open up all these doors. Um, I could. Let's just get out of here because, yeah, it's noticeably sinking from the stern. I don't know how the real RMS Roan sank. I'm pretty sure it was like smashed against like a bunch of rocks. Because if I remember correctly, it was leaving a harbor because the harbor that it was leaving looked like it was about to be hit like head on by a hurricane. So I believe the captain decided to just kind of leave the harbor, but I believe the hurricane missed the harbor, and or at very least it just kind of didn't do as much as they thought it would, but Armis Rowan ended up going directly into the hurricane and being completely destroyed. But okay, so I'm noticing that water is starting to access the deck. Okay, is there any water? Okay, so there is water accessing the engine room. So how much though? Okay, maybe like I want to say like a foot of water, maybe at most, right now. Hold on, we have a chart room. I wonder if that shows like any like islands that we can try to beach the ship on. I think we tried beaching a ship recently, but I don't remember. Um Maybe? I don't know. Okay. Uh, um I don't know how any of that works. But let's how do I Okay, so that lowers Oh, so this is okay, so if you change this it can go up or down. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so that lifeboat is well, we're just gonna leave it like that. Um I'm noticing a lot of water is entering. Yeah, the stern is almost completely under by now. I thought I was gonna need to maybe make the storm a little bit stronger, but I guess that's not necessary. I mean, okay, so let's just go up here. I'm trying to figure out how we could. Also, I'm using the very deep spawn seed that I use for like large creations, just because I wanted to get a little bit of a stronger like waves. So I know for a fact that there are not a lot of islands for a couple miles. So, that's I'm not sure if I should stop the vessel. Um on what do I Oh, they're right there. I didn't need to so um just lower that. And lower that. we'll just get it down to the, I think that's fine. Let's do a little check just to see how. Okay, so there is a noticeable amount of water in here. I'm just gonna open all these up. It really doesn't change anything at this point. Oh, hold on. I need to try to escape. Okay, so there's a lot of water in there. Trying to... There we go, get to the engine room. Okay, I think it's... That is a lot more water than, last time. Is any water in the stern? Because... There is a small amount of water in the boiler room. Okay, I'm gonna stop the ship. So just press that down. And turn all that off. Yeah, I think it's a good point to stop the vessel. There's really not much we can do now, except... Is there any water accessing? I don't know if it's going to start speeding up the sinking. Now that... Oh my. There is a lot of water. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that panel open? That panel is open. I have a feeling that panel is open. So, when water enters that cool hatch, I think it goes down there. And then, it, collects some... Oh my. Okay. I don't know how we survived that, but it is time to go. Oh, well, the lifeboat's on the deck. And, hold on. Just release it. Well, oh, it is... Let's try to... There we go. Oh, most of the, Yeah, the stern is almost permanently underwater. Still kind of surprised that we didn't see that tornado. Yeah, let's just... How deep are we? We are really deep. So, yeah. It's kind of sinking level, almost. It's just... Oh, I didn't see any of the, I didn't see any flares, so... I guess we really couldn't use those. Those. Yeah. But, yeah. There goes the SS Roan. With only one lifeboat escaping. I mean... On. There's just a bunch of... On. Just... Can I? Wait, I can... I mean, I guess I could maybe row to shore. But I can't tell if it's still falling, but I see the lights of the Roan. Yeah. I hope you liked the video. I hope everyone enjoyed. And, yeah. Have a good one.